Hey guys, here is a warning for all guys who thinks you can have a happy and fulfilling family life by being a good provider. Here, a British MGTOW shares the experience of his cousin.
A backstory first. My cousin was divorced, raped hard, a couple of years back. He and his then wife moved up north because she wanted to be near her parents, with 2 kids in tow. My cousin found it difficult to make the same kind of money up north, and the very cliquey communities, very hard to break through. In the end, for the last 2 years of the marriage, now with 3 kids in the picture, he spent the working week staying with his mom and dad to work in London, and traveled back during the weekends. Anyway, there came a day where he was sent divorce papers to his parents' house. Simply put, there was a bit of a court battle with regards custody, and the courts ruled in her favor. My cousin pays child support, spousal maintenance, and the mortgage on the jointly owned house, which the ex-wife and kids stay, in which he isn't allowed in anymore. Added to that, about 6 months after the divorce, the ex-wife moved her new fella into the house which my cousin is paying for. The long and short of it is, pretty much all my cousin works for, is to pay his ex-wife and the mortgage. He has limited contact with the kids, as he can't afford the train tickets up there every weekend, nor to pay for the kids to come down. He still lives with his mom and dad, and probably will do until he's 51. He cannot petition for an order for sale of the house until the youngest child is 16. That's when he's 51. A pretty sad story by all accounts. It gets sadder. The kids, in a rare occurrence, visited their dad last weekend. After very reluctantly accepting some donations from a few family members, he could give the kids a bit of a time while they were down, show them around London, and do a bit of sightseeing and take them to a concert on Saturday. We all thought the wife would scupper the plans. She has done before, but not this time it seems. Anyway, Sunday morning, the family is round to visit with the kids too, say hi, let them know we exist kind of thing. I was talking to a 7-year-old about school, and just asked how she was getting along. During the conversation, she said, "Phil keeps telling me to work hard in school too." I just said, "Phil talks to you about school?" She nodded her head. "Not Daddy?" I inquired. She just shook her head and said, "No, Phil." I quickly realized that all his kids call him by name. They don't call him Dad. I left it alone and moved on. I didn't want to cause a scene. But he had overheard us, and his face just told a million stories. It cut him, but he didn't let on too much. I talked to him last night about the visit. He called wanting to sort out how he could pay me back what I gave him to take the kids out. I really don't want it back, happy to help. We start talking about his daughter, calling him Phil, and not Dad. Well, there comes the waterworks of contents under pressure. He's basically fucked until he's 51, paying for all of this. He doesn't get to have a life. He can't even afford to move back out of his parents' place, despite drawing an enviable salary from his job. And his fucking kids call him by name. They don't even call him Daddy. None of the kids like the new guy living at their home. They don't call him Daddy either, thankfully. I didn't hear this from the kids, but apparently the 7-year-old is going through the lows and highs of the mixed-up home, and the fact that Daddy went away, and now this guy is just there. The older kid is having problems in school, I'm guessing lack of father figure. But trying to instill discipline in your kids, when you're 300 miles away, is a bit of a tough game. The other plus side, it seems the kids actually enjoyed spending time with their dad. even though they can't quite call him that, for some reason. My cousin is the only reference point I need, as a reason never ever to get married. I have no idea how as a species, we are meant to procreate, given this rise of ugly girl power. It really is a mystery. Even when you do wife up someone, you believe is the right girl, she could turn nasty on you in an instant, and you're fucked, living with your parents until you're 50 odd, and not a pot to piss in.
Yeah, you heard it right. She will eventually replace you. Let's be wise and be safe out there. What better way to save a brother than sharing your story? Send your stories to redpill.story@gmail.com. Contribute at patreon.com/redpillstory. Contribute directly through PayPal at redpill.story@gmail.com. If you like to hear more of these experiences, comment, rate and subscribe. Don't forget to bang the bell. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/storyredpill. Find me on Facebook at facebook.com/storyredpill. To avoid attacks from social justice warriors, follow me on gab.ai at gab.ai/storyredpill. Cheers. See you tomorrow.